Welcome to Border Falcons. Thought we'd give this YouTube job a go. Little bit about myself. I started this 25 years ago, and I've been saying that for years, so I didn't know when I started actually. He's there, it's not staged, he was already there, so that's why I end up standing here. I worked mainly as a bricklayer all my life at the Elton Pit. Then I went self-employed. But I've always bred falcons for a lot of years. So I used to breed peregrines only just for flying, me and my friends and stuff. Then the recession came, no work for bricklayers, so I ended up in Qatar working for the royal family. Worked there 5 years, I think. It was good experience, but I had to get home there. So since then I got this place built, and we've just gone from strength to strength. So that's it. That's us in a nutshell anyway. Right, so what we're going to do, we'll go meet a few falcons and stuff. I'll not show you around everywhere on this video because I haven't got time really. But we'll go and have a look down the chambers, see a few falcons, show you a few of the donors, and feed the chicks. The young falcon, the mothers that's got chicks with them, we'll give them a feed. We use a different variety of foods for that. We use quail, like everybody, squirrel, hare, believe it or not. The front legs are hares, and we'll have to prepare them, they'll kind of just throw them in. And then very few chicks, they'll get chicks when they're well on. So variety's spice of life, isn't it? So we'll go and feed them, and we'll have a look at a few chambers and introduce some of the falcons. Take my glasses because I'm short of lamp oil. This way. Where we are here. This is Chip. No, it's not. It's Chad. We've got Chad and Chip, two falcons from America. Probably the two worst names on the planet, so they've got them. So that's Chad. I'm not going to say where he came from. And that's Chip. He gives semen. He's 2-year-old this year, and I got about 5 or 6 shots of semen off him this year, so he should be really good next year. We use a shit catcher. That one needs cleaned, by the way, as you can see, but it stops all the muck on the floor. We'll put pine shavings in. And then we're cleaning it out about, I don't know, every couple of weeks, every 2 weeks we'll clean it out and put new shavings in. It's better than that is everywhere on the floor. So anyway, this is what corridor that we've got to pace up and down all day and all night when the breeding season's on. Semen donor, balquita. Balquita, if you're not sure what that means, is I have no idea either. But it is where Rob Roy is buried in Scotland, and it's a place where I used to go stalking. So things will run out of names here, so we'll just think what we can use. Moi, she just laid the last egg of the season. Literally just before she laid the last egg. They're rubber. Some falcons don't like rubber eggs, but she's alright with them, so she'll just get to sit there. We put rubber eggs in as dummies because they kind of break them for a start. They can't break their own eggs. Some falcons don't like rubber eggs. You've got to put infertiles or chicken eggs or something like that in. Natural pair room there, pair of Jersey there. This is. She's been like that because there's strangers in the camp and she doesn't like strangers. That's one of our really good semen donor him. When he's full production, he'll easily cover 10 falcons, easily. Crazy falcon that for that. And he throws black, ironically. So we've got, she never laid this year, and she's 3. Go figure. And she's a good imprint, believe it or not, but she just wants to kill the camera lady. Pair of jewels in there. Not many, you'll not see many pairs here, because I don't want many pairs. And we'll not see many jewels other than semen donors. We've only got a couple of pairs. And this is open the door. I'll open the door, you can see. Oh, that's son. Boy, let's see it. What do you say about it? What do you say about it, Al? He's a sealing donor, but we don't use him. He's for sale, actually. Great imprint. Whoa, where are you going, son? Good imprint, but we don't use them. Right, these are the hats that we make. We've only made them for ourselves, to be honest. I designed these years ago, the rubber, and they're made in such a way so there's the minimum of surface area for smudging. And what I mean by that is all the little rolls are all rounded. The optimum hat is a hat with no surface. That would be perfect, but obviously you can't do that. So this is what we use. We're going to make some new ones where this will be flat and stuff. But anyway, they're actually expensive to produce these because of the stuff we use. We don't use the normal stuff what you see. And the glue to stick that on there was cost us about £100 to stick that on there, because there's only one glue in the world that does it. But anyway, that's it's a quite rudimentary, rough job, but it works absolutely phenomenal. We lose 0 semen on them hats. That's a Falcon. Hopefully we'll get semen off him next year. He was on the hat, etc. this year, but he went off the boil by first week of April. So hopefully next year. He'll be 5 next year, so you better think about doing something. Oh, Anna. Nice peregrine. That's a 15, 16. I kept her back for to be mothers, like great mothers. And but she hasn't laid yet. She's 4 or 3. I can't remember. These are covered up now. I'll let you have a quick look. See, big chicks. With minimal interaction with these now, so they don't come partially imprinted. Partially imprinted is fully imprinted, so if you raise them by hand. Partial is where they're seeing you too much. They can get noisy and stuff like that, so that's them locked off. That's Steve. He's a semen donor. He's bred off Dave Jameson Falcons. He's a nice jerkin, and now he produces a lot of semen. Until he was about 8, he's not worth feeding actually, but he's doing well now anyway. So, right, we're just going to prepare some food for mothers with chicks, and this is squirrel. Now we've had varying reports on how good squirrel is compared with rats. Some say it's better, some say it's not as good, but what I do know is a lot of falcons will not eat rat, but they will eat squirrel. Every falcon here will eat squirrel, and there's a lot will not eat rat. So we've bashed them. Apparently that hasn't been done, but just so they get more calcium out of the bones, right? So, but we'll add calcium, and how I know it's calcium, it's got calcium. Okay, so we'll put a bit of that on. The measurement is quite crucial. When we're putting it on, we'll put about that much, 6 megatrons. So we'll go and give it now. And I've got 7 mothers and I've got about 10 bits of food. So obviously there's a plan there. So right, we'll go down this way. We'll start at the bottom. We're not feeding willy-nilly. I start at one point and come back so I don't miss anybody, because I would. But we can get this one. There you go. Want that? There you go. Put 2 in there. There you go, girl. You have that. Onward. There you go, girl. For you. These is big chicks. If they're like that, they're big chicks. So we'll give them extra. There you go. There you go. That's that. Willow. Lovely natured falcon. All these, I haven't got one falcon on this place that doesn't stand. What I mean by stand is for voluntary insemination. You have to forgive us if I keep talking as if half of you know what you're talking about or what I'm talking about, but I understand there's a lot of people who not have a clue what I'm trying to get across. See, I can stand here. Come here, girl. See, I can stand here, no trouble, but it's when I see other people. That's why, if you come, I'm not that thrilled about showing people here, because the falcons don't like people. They're good with me, they're good with my other daughter, but that's it. I'll show somebody the place once and that's it. She's all fluffed up and making herself look bigger is a threat to protect her 2 eggs that she's optimistic she'll hatch. She needs to be really optimistic because they're rubber. That's Elsa, and she hasn't laid this year, and she lays every year, and she's not old. So I don't know what's happened there. And that's it. You walk at the end and you've got sheep. I think I'll buy sheep and get rid of the falcons. Assuming that's bother. These are 7 days ready to go in with a mother. Whoever that's going to be, I don't know. But as you can see, they're both strong enough to go in. Both J Peregrines. This is more expensive than that one because it's got a black head. Right, so we're going to put these in with Lana. It's my daughter's falcon actually. It's been sitting eggs for now about, I don't know, 10 days, I haven't counted. But she's a good mother, so we'll get these started. 7 days as I've said. They'll go in here until after they've been rung, and then they'll go into somebody else. We don't cover their bars in until they get the rings on, and then wherever they're gone will be covered in. Then they don't see people going to run their daily business. So we'll get them popped in and get them sorted. Move. Thank you, if you don't mind. What's them, gal? Got them things away. If you want any questions answered, I'm sure there's plenty. Just put it in the comments below. Subscribe, make sure you subscribe, because we can only get bigger and better and answer the questions that you want answered if you ask them, because I presume everybody in the world knows what we do. It's not true. So bye bye for now, and see you soon.